Hey Chiefs, it's Diana. I have a video to do for you guys this evening because I have a lot of stuff that I need to cover and I'm a bit behind and my fingers are tired of texting or messaging or typing and I'm getting old lady's hands for you guys just so you know. Okay, going to my notes. Um, so for those of you who were not at the parent meeting, there are a couple of things that I did touch on that I did want to explain to you, and we've had some new members since then. So those of you who were at the parent meeting, this is a reiteration. Enjoy. Um, one is that if you have a non-Chiefs event and you would like to post them, you may post them here on our forum, or you can also post them on our Facebook page. If you are not a member of our Facebook page and you would like to be, this is not a requirement. Please feel free to go to our forum, and it is listed under here, but I also have it listed here where it says new to Chiefs, and you can just follow the link there. The new to the Chiefs link will lead you to a lot of different things, such as our membership agreement, how to use our site, emails that have been sent out that you may have missed. I accidentally deleted a couple of those and didn't realize what I was doing. I thought they were drafts, but I'm me, guys. And if you haven't already, please change your name on your profile, because when we see our members, you look under the members tab, and you always can go here to see if you want to communicate with someone. You can go over there, and I'm pointing at the screen, but I'm gonna use my mouse and message them. So if I don't have your name on here, then it shows like this. So if you do this though, I just see your name, and I really like it when I can see your faces, but that's optional. So it makes it a lot easier for us when someone's asking a question for us to be able to respond, because we know who we're talking to. Otherwise, we don't know who we're talking to. We don't know who RSVP'd, even though we do ask for names for that, but this makes it a lot easier for that. We have people sign up for the Kids Expo for helpers. You haven't heard anything from me, but I will have information for that coming up. We are just getting past the first few days of co-ops and clubs, and then once we get a good flow happen, then I can start getting a lot of that stuff. And the same thing is for the convention. And for those of you who don't know, Chiefs is going to be doing a homeschool convention this year. We need a lot of help. If you would like to help with that, please email me so I can put you onto the list. Nina, I did get you. We also have a Christmas tree judging. I forgot to put out the paperwork for that. Our next parent meeting is before the Christmas tree judging, even though I'm pretty sure I want the houses that we want ahead of time. So I'll either send an email out or I'll just have that paper out at the next parent meeting for you to sign up. And basically, what that is that we'll pick 3 to 4 houses depending on the locations, and we caravan. We just drive to different houses. We carol and we look at your tree and see who's got the best Christmas tree, and you have some snacks or something there for the kids. I think we did it progressive last time, so there was pizza and then there were snacks and things like that. So, and we cover the pizza. Then the next one, we talked about, payments. If you are in need of making payments, I sent out an email today about your membership, some memberships. Not everyone got it, just if your membership is missing things. And you want to know how you can pay if you don't have time to bring it to me, or if you're not coming to an event this week, then all you can do again is go to the forum. I try to keep as much information as I can in the forum. So go to the forum, and it'll give you ways to pay. Again, this information I think is also in the Chiefs, new to Chiefs. No, it's not, but that's okay. Excuse me. It's in the, if you're new to Chiefs, it's not. It's in the ways to pay right here. And you can just click on this. This gives you the option. I cannot stress enough, if you give me cash, to place it in an envelope with your name in it. I talked about this in the parent meeting, and this is extremely and vital importance. I have had twice now where someone has said they gave me money. I have no recollection of them giving money, and I don't know that the money happened. So I don't ever want to make people feel cheated. I also don't want to cheat myself out of money. So if you give me money, usually I have had people give me money in the past, and I'm usually pretty good about remembering it eventually. But I have 100 different things going on, and we're a family of 7. Sometimes I could forget. So it is very, very crucial. If you give me cash, you put it in an envelope with your name, and even you can bump it up a little bit, and you can add what it's for. But if I have your name, even if I don't have what it's for, I'm going to remember to text you if I did, or email you if I don't remember what it's for. So there's that. Something else that's very important. I'm almost done, and you can use it if you need it.
Okay, look at it.
Oh, it did upload. It said it upload. Uh, Another thing that's really important is that you check the emails. I know that sometimes, a lot of times, is a lot of emails, but for me and for your team members, they leadership members, we all feel that we'd rather be overinformed than underinformed, and so there are a lot of emails, and I know it's a lot to ask, and I try to not do more than 2 to 3 a day. I will hold back information and wait a lot of times if I can, which is hard because I have to remember to go send them. So I try not to overload your email, and I try to put things on the forum so you have a choice of going to them and not being, again, overloaded in your email. But it's our primary source of communication. It is very important that you look at the emails. I'm trying to make sure that I type more emails instead of doing videos, because I know for some people it's easier to read it. The videos kind of are easier for me, and so I try to do a combination of the two. But I know I have my readers. But then you can be like me, and I personally would way more. I would prefer much more to um, push play on that thing, listen to you talk about it while I organize something. That's me personally. So, um, yeah, okay. The other thing is, and I actually have to update this. I failed to mention this at the parent meeting, and I do not want any source of gossip or anything like that. And not that we're a gossiping group, but I just want to make sure everyone's understanding. Our Lavonda will not serve this year on our leadership committee. She just needed to step down and pay attention to her family. There's no issues or anything like that. Everything's fine, and so I just wanted to address that. In her place, we'll have Jenny Navarro. So I mentioned Jenny Navarro's name at the parent meeting, but I did not talk about the exchange, and I know there was some confusion there, and I apologize. I'm sometimes faster in my head than I am here, and that is a problem. um, the next thing is, if you guys could just practice grace when it comes to timing on things like that. This year, starting early was a struggle for all of us. We did not plan to start things as early as we did, and it was kind of difficult. So keep in mind, we still homeschool our families, that we are volunteers, and we are doing things as fast as we can. And I haven't had anyone really complaining or anything like that, but it was something I just wanted to address because I find myself falling really behind on things, and I don't mean to, and I apologize. I try to be as on time as I can, but for all of us, it's a very, very important thing that our families come first. God and then family. That is our commitments. So we will always do that first, and then we will serve. And that's that's the order we try to do things all the time. So just please keep that in mind and practice grace for us with that. And I try to be gracious to everyone else about things, if you've forgotten or something like that. I try not to be too stern, but where we need to be, so that it's a two-way street. Um, and if you are attending an event, it's very important that you get the location and the phone numbers that you need prior to the event. A lot of times I will have people text me, where's the location? I'm in the middle of 100 different things. I cannot text you the location. I cannot tell you where it is right now, because chances are I don't have the address right there on me. I'd have to go onto the site just as you can, copy it and paste it to send it to you. I usually just don't have it. Some of the places we go to, like if it's members' homes and stuff like that, I've just been there enough to know. Or maybe it's in my GPS, maybe in my car or something like that. So I may not, or my hands are just not available. I may be in the middle of driving or cooking or whatever I'm doing at the moment. So it's very important that you please get your information ahead of time. And if you end up having to text me for the information right when a little bit before the event, don't be surprised if I don't answer. It's nothing personal. As I've got 5 that I've got to deal with, and I'd like to be able to pay attention to them and give them my attention as well. So my phone comes secondary to that. The other thing, where's my little? I wrote myself a note and I lost my note. We have, oh, co-op families. If you are not getting emails from me, I have sent, I believe, out 3 emails. You need to go ahead and contact me. Oh, it's right there in front of me, guys. I'm right here. Yikes. Okay. If you haven't heard from me and via email, check your spam and then come in. And if you haven't checked it, then if you haven't gotten it, let me know, because co-ops start on Friday, and it's very important that you guys are on time. We start on time, whether you're there or not. We start on time. Okay, if everybody's on time, it causes less disruption, and then the teachers don't have to go back to reteach things they already taught. So that way, the class isn't interrupted and your student isn't behind. Of course, we know things happen, but try your best, okay? And don't forget, parking is going to be a stickler if you're coming right on time or just 5 minutes early. So make sure you make time to get parked and come in. Everyone who's helping, you should have that on the database, and all that information should be there. But just make sure you check all that email. I sent a lot of stuff out for that. We have Picture Day coming up, and that's with Life Touch. And they have only sent me this thus far. Normally I get packets, a box of stuff, a whole bunch of stuff that I don't necessarily need. But I have been asked about a couple times about ordering. You do not have to order ahead of time. You do not have to do anything, pay ahead of time or anything like that. The cards and the shots of the proofs are complimentary as being a part of our homeschool group. Our church pays for that and blesses us with it. So don't worry about that part. You are ordering pictures if you want to have school pictures for your kids. Okay, so the cards that you get, the ID cards, these are complimentary that you get. Okay, and these are what we want to use if we're going on campus before 6 o'clock for Chiefs events. So we want to carry these around because it is a school as well as a church, and it is necessary that we have our IDs. And you have to stop at the front office and you have to check in, show them your ID, and then they'll let you through. Okay, and they'll probably ask you what's your event that you're there for. This is just to keep the kids on campus safe. So it's a very important thing. We have clubs coming up in student council, and I wanted to show people real quick. I have accidentally deleted my RSVP, but so if you see here, you have registrations here, and say for instance, so I'm currently registered, but if I needed to change my registration, you just click not attending and then leave me a message here. You no longer have to email me or text me. Just put not attending and leave a message here. So the reason why I'm having you leave a message there is because we've been playing with this, and I've had one of our members tell me, hey, I'm canceling, but it's not removing me. And so that way it's not showing that you're still RSVP, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? This way it allows me to know that you did cancel your reservation and maybe the system glitched or something like that. And I think what's happened, so I think what's happening is you see where you see 9 reservations, and I don't think you guys see this, but I see it because I'm a manager, and 6 yeses. I think what's happening is where people had to change their RSVPs, it is taking some off, and then we probably had a few people who did not click yes and all that stuff, and just didn't finish the questionnaire, and that's also part of that. So yeah, we'll see. So I'll have to go through and check all that stuff later. And that was it. So I'm sorry the video's longer than I expected, but like I said, a lot of things to cover. Thank you guys so much for being a part of our family. I hope that you're enjoying yourself so far, and this is just going to be a great year. I'm still working on kinks and stuff in the other part of the calendar, so you'll see some wonky things over in October, but I'm working on that. We're just going to get past co-ops, and then we'll be able to work on those other things. All right? God bless you. I love you all. Bye.